Welcome to another edition of One Take Only. I'm George Phillips with oilpressure.com. This is my good friend John McClellan. And good God, John, how long has it been since we've been here?
Oh, gosh.
Actually, I know how long it's been. We are here, I think, about a week after the last race in Fontana, which is about, what, 6 months now?
6 months. Yeah, it's been 6 months.
Well, I'll put it this way. Randy Bernard was still CEO.
And there was no clue I had that he was not going to be CEO.
Well, you're not on the inside like I am.
Yeah, I know it.
So, actually, and I'm not going to get on the Randy Bernard soapbox. I think a lot has been talked about that. I've said my piece many times. I think he was wrong, but we're going to move forward. But one thing that I do want to talk about, kind of related to that, is that was a big leak that came out from the board, or somebody within IndyCar kept leaking that to the IBJ, the Indianapolis Business Journal. And over the last several months, there have been leak after leak after leak, and it keeps happening now. They had the big press conference the other day to announce AJ Allmendinger coming on with Penske, and it was announced as this big announcement, and before the thing was done, we all knew what it was.
I didn't see that as such a big deal. I'm glad that Dinger's coming. That's great. Well, good for him.
Well, it's 2 races.
It's just, it wasn't a big 11 o'clock, let's everybody come tune in deal.
No, and in fact, I didn't even bother to pull it up online. We all knew what it was, and so, and I don't understand why the big hoopla over a part-time driver that's confirmed for 2 races. Maybe he'll get more, but I don't understand the big hoopla. Good guy. Had his problems last year, and hopefully that's behind him. But he's an American driver, decent driver, but he's a mid-pack NASCAR driver.
Hey, I think the bigger news, though, George, is the fact that Ryan Hunter-Ray is going to sport the number 1 on his car.
Yeah, I
love that.
I do too.
It's great for the series. It's just great for him. He's earned it.
And it's been 10 years since that's been done. The last time Michael Andretti ran it in 2006 at Indy, but before then, it was, I think, 2004 when Scott Dixon ran it as the defending champion, and nobody's run it since. So, and that's an old tradition that goes back way before you and I came along.
Right. I think it's a wonderful way that you've earned it. It's a great way to display that you're the defending champion.
Yeah, it's an honor. And lately it's been kind of cool for drivers to not accept that honor. But I'm really glad to see that he's doing it. And I hope that whether he's the champion next year or not, I hope that this is going to start a trend to bring it back.
I think it's also good for sponsors. If I'm a sponsor and my guy is sporting the number 1 on their car, I'm making all the hay out of that I possibly can.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I'm just glad to see it. But
I think that was a wonderful press conference. Something to really get excited about.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, it was. It was
far better than what we got Friday.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about Friday's.
No. Oh, Friday's press conference was it was no great shakes.
No, it was anticlimactic, like everything's been, because either the IBJ they're just embedded on the inside, or IndyCar has got some leaks. And remember, about a month or so ago, there was a leak that Brian Barnhart was going to become the CEO, and then before that, it was, I forget now who it was, but I don't know if they're trying to float these balloons trial balloons, or if they're trying to actually see where the leaks are coming from. But
I think they're just trying to float trial balloons.
Well,
see what the public's going to think. What the diehard fans are up to.
The Boston Consulting Group.
Oh, that was a waste.
Yeah, waste of money. But a lot of the things we already knew. Of course, Mark Miles was floating these little trial balloons. Talking about, because he let it come out on purpose that they were looking at possibly doing a chase format. Nobody.
We don't need a chase format.
Once again, 04 again, but 2004 was the last time that the championship did not go down to the final race. Tony Kanaan won it the race before, and so he just kind of coasted around at Texas in the final race in 04. But every other. It's been.
Right.
They don't need to manufacture drama.
No, this past year it was thrilling throughout the whole season. You know, the points champion.
It was, and the car was very racy. The DW12, and there is no need for that. A lot of their suggestions I thought were ridiculous. Some were good.
What about getting rid of Iowa?
Well, they didn't come out and
ridiculous.
say get rid of Iowa. They listed these cities where they should race, but I mean, other than Portland, where in the Northwest can you race? And they were saying race in Seattle. They're saying race in Boston. Of course, it's a bunch of Boston idiots that came up with this thing. Excuse me, people.
Big deal about Boston. Where are you going to race up there anyway?
And
we're already.
Well, there's New Hampshire is somewhat nearby, but see how well that went.
Yeah, didn't go well at all.
So I don't know, but we're just we're less than 2 weeks away now from the season opener at St. Pete.
That's great.
And it's the usual suspects: Penske, Ganassi, Andretti. But Sam Schmidt, he's putting together a good program there.
He's been working at it for a couple of years too,
and so it's going to be interesting.
About a year or 2 years ago, you came up with a blog about the big two, Penske, Ganassi, and that you saw Andretti making it a big three, and man, you hit that one right out of the park.
Well, of course I did.
Yeah.
but
and it was really good to see too, because I like the three, and Ryan Hunter-Reay and also Hinch. They're the dynamic duo. They're terrific.
Well, don't forget Marco.
I'm not going to forget Marco. Good luck to you, Marco, this year.
But yeah, I'm sure he's watching. They were the big three. 04, 05, through 07, then all of a sudden they just, after Dario won in 07, that was a struggle, really. Of course, some of that struggle was due to Marco.
Right. And they didn't look good at the previous years, 2011's Indianapolis 500. They just came there just dead.
Mike Conway didn't make it. Ryan Hunter-Reay didn't make it.
Had to buy his car.
Had to buy Foyt's car and kick Bruno out again. So,
but they made up for it last year. They looked really good throughout all the qualifying at the Indianapolis 500.
Yeah, because two of the three cars in the front row were.
You had Hinch and Ryan Hunter-Reay.
Yeah,
and Hinch was just that close to the pole.
Yeah, and of course Ganassi did not have a good qualifying day, but they did end up winning the race.
You going to miss Briscoe?
Yeah, I think the series is going to miss Briscoe. I think he's a good racer. He's great with sponsors. He's fan friendly, and but then again, everybody's blaming Penske for this. Penske offered him a deal. It was not a full season. It was similar to what Allmendinger is getting, but he felt like, and I guess with good reason, that he was deserving of a full season. But I think that he kind of thought that he was going to be able to dictate terms, and I don't think, for whatever reason, and I don't know why, but a lot of people in the paddock seem to not put as much value on him as he did, and consequently, he's on the outside looking in.
He wanted to dictate terms to the captain.
Yeah, and I guess that's not a very good thing to do.
I don't think Rick Mears dictated terms to the captain.
No, and I don't even think Kevin Kogan did, but let's see where he ended up. But anyway, John, look at this. Look what I got in the mail yet.
Yes, I got one too.
The famous springtime blue envelope. But you got one too?
Yes, I sure did.
Well, my tickets are better than yours.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But
that's because they're in your hand right now. I got great seats. I'm in section A.
Well, so am I. But you're up just under the lip of the overhang, where if it's even been raining, you're going to get dripped on.
Yeah, we'll see.
Whereas I'm further back.
I don't think it's going to rain.
Well,
I'm looking forward to a beautiful race day.
It never rains in Indianapolis in May, does it? No.
Well, listen, this year it's going to be a wonderful race. I can't wait for qualification. Tell you what, I'm looking forward to Birmingham.
Are you going?
I might. I'm thinking I'm taking my son and make a day trip out of it.
Because I didn't get you a media pass this year.
I didn't ask for you to get me.
Well, that's why I didn't. But anyway, so where are we going with this?
Well, here's what I want to do. Let's go real quick. Who do you think's going to be the strong driver? Who's going to Name me 3 drivers you think can or one of those 3 will win the championship this next year.
I don't think you can go wrong picking Hunter-Reay again.
No.
I think Scott Dixon is due. I mean, I heard Kirk Cavan the other night saying I think he's correct. Scott Dixon is the best overall racer out there.
He's one of my favorites.
He had some bad luck last year, but then again, Hunter-Reay had some bad luck last year, but he overcame it. So and Hunter-Reay did not have a good Indianapolis 500. And Scott Dixon finished second, I believe.
Yeah, he finished second, 1-2.
Yeah.
And he led. It was close. I saw that race again last night and thoroughly enjoyed it.
Well, good for you. I think that's just great. I did not. I've still got it on my DVR. I'll watch it sometime between now and May. But we've got other races to deal with. Like I say, we got St. Pete coming up, and I'm really looking forward to that. Not going. Last year, we spent our honeymoon down in that area last year. I actually went to the track and saw that, but we said then that we were going to go, but life happens and we're not going. But we are going to Barber and Indy for certain.
Hey, I'm looking forward to the Brazil race.
Why?
I think it's very important. It's a nice race. I think it's important that we're down there too.
I think it's important we're down there, but. How can you tell it's a nice race because it pours down rain in every single one of them?
You just watch. It'll be a great race this year. I thought last year's was a lot of fun to watch.
Who won it?
I'll tell you who. Who you tell me?
I don't know.
Okay. I'll tell you. It was Will Power, wasn't it?
Could have been. I think because I think he won 3 races in a row at the beginning of last year. I think it was Barber, Long Beach, and Brazil. But I'm not 100% sure about that.
I think it was. It was Will Power. Regardless, I was reading up on Senna the other day, and that city is a city that just loves motorsports.
Oh yeah, the whole country. I mean, it's of course soccer's #1. Formula One is a close number 2, and then of course IndyCar's right up there But it's odd, and we need to wrap this up, but. As we speak right now, there's only 2 full-time Brazilians in the series this year.
Tony Kanaan
and Elio. That's it.
Wow. And
there's some rumblings that Ana Beatriz may get the second Dale Coyne ride, so that would be 3. Mm-hmm. But right now, it's 2 Brazilians and one woman full-time, and it used to be everybody, it's a Brazilian series. Well, now, other than U.S. Now a French series. You got 3 full-time Frenchmen.
Yeah. But regardless, I think it's also should be always a part of the season that we're down in Brazil. It's also same time zone, pretty much.
Pretty much, they're an hour ahead of Eastern, but that works for television.
Mm-hmm. And works for me too.
And it's very important because Apex Brazil is one of the key sponsors for the series, and we need to keep them happy.
Right.
So I do agree it's important for us to be down there. As far as the quality of the racing, I'm not sure that I share your enthusiasm.
Okay, well, we'll see this next year.
But anyway, you got anything else? Because we need to wrap this up.
No, I tell you what, I'm looking forward to the season starting so that we can really get into the nuts and bolts of what's going on out there.
Yeah. So and we I promise you, it won't be 6 months before we do it again. Some people probably wish it was, but but anyway, we plan on doing this. We're back on track now. We'll be doing this about every 3-4 weeks.
Yeah, for our first show, George, I don't think it was too bad. I enjoyed being with you.
Happy 2013.
Yeah. Beautiful day right here.
Day in the
good old Nashville. I'm ready to go racing.
But anyway, for John McClellan, I am George Phillips with oilpressure.com. Thanks for watching.